What's happening, fandoms? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, we react to music videos and shows. Today we're back to The Expanse. We're in season 3. This is episode 9. And since we're over the hump of the middle past episode 6, that means we're fully into the events of book 3. And man, have they been moving quick. Just a recap. We've been introduced to a new character, woman named Melba. I obviously know who Melba is, but the show has not yet revealed any significant clues as to her identity. But she is enhanced with some sort of thing that she does to gain super strength. She's a terrorist. She's bombed and exploded the Sejong, I don't know, one of the ships in the armada that's heading to the ring. And simultaneously we had the film guy of the crew that's recording the Rocinante crew. So for the documentary, he messed about and definitely was part of this plot, because as soon as that happened, the Rossi locked down and started transmitting this fake message about Holden being the one that did it. So all of that's connected, obviously. And then we had Jim take some lessons from Miller, the projection Miller that's coming from the protomolecule, and taught Jim basically how to safely enter the ring. Doors and corners, don't go rushing in, you got to take it slow. And Jim managed to get the right solution to that just in time to avoid the missiles that were coming their way. And that's kind of where we left off. So Rossi and a missile meters apart in slow motion on the other side of the ring, whatever that means in the context of the show. We'll see. I know what it meant in the context of the book, but as we have seen, the writers are not afraid to make huge swings and big changes to the plot to make this fit better in a television show. So I know what I am expecting, but I really don't know if I'm actually expecting that or not. I'm so happy that they're making huge changes, because it gives me something to be in awe of when these things occur, and I can see the ways in which they are far better than what we got in the books, and then little shifts turn into big shifts, and we end up with these sweeping plot arcs that just didn't exist at all. And it comes at the cost, of course. We lose some things in certain places. But I tend to feel like the story's better even if we lose a character here or there. And some of the Patreon commenters have been making fun of me for my lack of memory, my memory holes around which characters we're losing. And I've talked at length in earlier seasons about the fact that one of my favorite characters from book 1 and book 2 just doesn't really exist at all. There's a very friendly and happy mechanic based out of Tycho that would have gone on to be a mechanic on what they're now calling the Behemoth, and that character just doesn't seem to exist at all, and it's made room for Naomi to be the chief mechanic on the Behemoth, which did not happen. Was not the case. Naomi was part of the Rossi crew for this whole period of time in the books. So it's certainly fun to be able to have one of our primary touchstone characters have a different viewpoint. And when we first saw her, I mentioned that it seemed like her accent was thicker, and it feels like that's an intentional choice based on her proximity to many other belters and speakers of the belter thick patois. And you can definitely feel that she's in her element, so to speak. And it really gives her a sense of really belonging there. And, you know, it just kind of makes sense. The writers made some choices, and they put Naomi there instead of with the rest of the crew. And there's got to be some good reasons for that. And I look forward to seeing those unfold. Man, I am excited to see what we get. This episode is titled Intransigence, and I feel like that is a fairly solid descriptor of what I might expect on the other side of the ring. So it gives me hope that we're gonna really enjoy. Although I'm pretty sure that things are gonna be moving much faster than, which is an interesting turn of phrase, because inside the ring, everything has to move much slower, as we will see. There's a speed limit inside the ring. And so while the season and the book events will be moving much faster, we have to abide by the speed limit. So the ring is going to slow things down a little bit. And I'm excited to see how they portray all of this and convey it visually to us instead of through the exposition and explanation like we got in the books. So yeah, let's do it.
If you'd like to see full-length versions of this episode and all of our other shows, they're available on our Patreon. The link is below.
The first episode of every season is available for free to watch on our Patreon.
Thank you.
Behemoth. Okay, they removed the golden statue.
We lost it again.
Reset it.
Yes, boss man.
What the fuck are you smiling at, Captain?
First time we fire a weapon, and this is what we get.
Well, what we got is what we get.
Run the backscatter through again. The torpedo detonated. We should have seen an explosion.
What are you doing? Chief Engineer Naomi Nagata, what are you doing? Okay, I understand this is a difficult moment for you, but we have power failures throughout the ship, and I want you...
I don't work for you. And I don't work for Anderson Doors.
I gave the order to fire.
Lovely. Okay, so here we're gonna get a shell background of like a blue-ish.
Torpedo engine, it's burning like crazy, but it's not gaining, but that thing should have rammed itself up our tailpipe by now. It's slow, but it's definitely moving.
How long before it hits us?
It's probably going the same speed. Oh.
It's heading here.
Interesting.
What the hell that is?
Okay.
No, I didn't mention it.
Miller?
Okay, do we have any thoughts on how that happened? Other than something compromised our ship? No.
Yeah, look at Amos.
That is our first priority.
Something.
What did you do? Amos?
That fake message
Yeah.
was somebody trying to kill us. It wasn't me, it wasn't you, and it wasn't
It
Alex.
wasn't us. We would have died too.
I saw you snooping around the machine shop.
He didn't do anything.
I'm sorry.
Something else is coming through. Looks like the Shusen.
Oh my. Things are progressing so fast.
Our course.
Are they hailing us?
Comms are dead. There's no way to tell. They target locked us. That could just be their way of saying stop.
Can you just manifest him or no? Oh boy.
Miller!
Nope, I guess not. Can't just make him appear at will.
Well, at least the company will be good on Titan.
I'm sure you'll have a lovely time.
She's not going.
That would be telling.
She's got connections.
I'll find them.
We're about to learn some important information about her.
Actions speak for themselves.
I'm not asking for your permission.
You are not going to humiliate this
Hi,
family.
Julie.
It's not my problem.
You both do this later, please.
I'm not going to allow any daughter of mine to go whoring around the belt.
Is that what you think I am?
Pulling the racing team for the rest of the season.
And Tilly Fagan was there.
Pick up next year once your sister comes to her senses.
I could take over for her.
Don't be absurd.
Man. Well, that's a very vivid way of telling us exactly who she is.
How do I fix my ship?
We don't know.
Oh my god, Amos.
Answer me!
Damn. Oh. Target lock, fire.
Alex, what now?
The Shusen just launched a couple of probes.
Okay, they're just probes.
One's heading back to the ring. They just ran that first probe faster and faster until it got stopped by whatever, and now it's heading towards the bubble.
Oh. What's that gonna do? Oh.
Lost that
Ooh.
second probe. It's gone.
What do you mean, it's gone? It went back out of the ring?
No.
No, that looks different.
See, the probe maintained the speed limit and then touched the other side of that
Bubble, and then something happened to it, like, blinked out of existence.
Well, we should probably keep away from the edges then.
That's a good safety tip.
Good safety tip.
So, we,
Where's our chief engineer?
I see Diogo in the background there. He's ever present.
Checking up on me?
Yeah, that too. When will the grid be stabilized?
I'll have it patched by end of shift, but the system's designed as a generation ship, not for battle. We're going through.
We didn't come all the way out here to be told to stay in our place.
Yep. Yep.
I'm glad, that
Behemoth
your crew survived.
gets a new name
I'm
change
happy
soon,
for
I
them.
think.
And I'm happy for them. I never wanted them dead.
You fired on them.
Technically, the captain did that. But I would have done the same.
I'll fix the ship.
Fair enough.
It's like a mix of the Belter patois with some sort of a Scottish brogue. I love it. All right, guys, gotta figure this out. I wonder if we're gonna get to that station thing in the middle soon.
everything okay in there? There's no Miller.
Didn't say a damn word. That's funny.
You can't.
It's time to go.
Where is he sending them?
Wait! Make sure you tell them we didn't blow up the Sangyun. Tell them what really happened, please.
Oh, wow. That's the plan? Oh, that is... At least it's not as dark as chasing them without their suits. Whew, I thought that was what was going on. He was just gonna...
Essential personnel are required to report to a debarkation officer.
It's the first miracle that's happened in my lifetime.
Hmm.
It's the only miracle that's happened in my lifetime.
She views this as a miracle.
It's a miracle. Miracle?
Hmm.
But changes everything, and to be so close and then just turn away, it seems wrong.
We do need her to be out here.
If I said I felt called,
That would be pushing it.
it would.
Hmm. She doesn't want him to get caught. She wants him to get destroyed. Because otherwise he could tell his side of the story.
He's not gonna need it.
With a little mentoring, she could be an outstanding technician, worth investing in.
Mm-hmm. Oh, more flashback.
Not tonight. I
Oh,
arranged
this-
this party for you. Now everyone's gone and all they're gonna talk about is what a train wreck it was. Do not walk away from me. Don't you dare turn your back on me. I am through being humiliated by you.
Julie's
Father's a damaged man.
the only one that sees the truth.
You're never gonna be good enough for him.
Yep. And even though she's now doing this,
Let them board us. They'll see we were sabotaged and we'll clear our names.
Maybe for the terrorism thing, but they're gonna take the Rossi.
yeah, they will take a Rossi if you do
Either
that.
that or we die.
Very interesting. What are they showing us here? Oh, they're giving us a sense of scale. Holy crap. The Behemoth is the biggest ship the system has ever built. And it is tiny compared to that ring. Damn. That's insane.
The place we go is the place we belong. This is no different. No one has more right to this. None more prepared.
I like
Mignolata
this.
go through the ring, call it their own. But a belter opened it. We are the belt.
There we go, drummer.
We are sharp, and we don't feel fear.
Barcelona! Barcelona!
And in they go. Hope they're not going too fast. Oh, lot of ships making the same choice. Ooh, interesting.
Ken.
Come now, and it won't be desertion.
I signed up to
Oh,
fight dusters and skinnies, not whatever the hell that thing is.
You're a Marine, for God's sake.
You saw what
he
happened to
wants
my guys.
off. Oh
You feel
boy.
safe? Lock me up on Titan. I'm not going through that thing.
Get him out of here.
Sorry for the disturbance. I was wrong before. God is not with us out here.
Ooh, the flash of red light across his face right as that happened. Such good framing. My goodness.
I don't know how to
It's gonna take
say
like
this, but I'm
3 or 4 hours for this
I'm going
message to
through the ring.
arrive. it'll already have happened.
Transmission delay. You won't get this message until I've already done it, and I won't hear your voice until I'm back. And what made you decide to stay?
She has to try and kill Holden. Oh boy. More flashback. Wow, they're really diving into this.
Bitch finally left.
Don't talk about your sister that way.
You called her worse tonight.
She has the will to take our name into the future. She refuses to be stopped, even by me. What do you do?
Oh my God.
Parties.
Even now, he's shitting on his other daughter.
Are you all right?
Wow.
Hazard pay. I stayed for the hazard pay. If you'll excuse me.
Everything you feared about the proto-molecule has come to pass. And instead of being held as a visionary, you're rotting away in jail.
Yeah, she thinks she's a vigilante.
I can destroy the man who brought you low. Not something Julian ever could.
I wonder if Savage Industries is a nod to the fact that Adam Savage was in season 2. And they're in. The behemoth is anyway.
Lock down the ski, he say. I say, why? He said to keep anyone from deserting.
Oh no.
I say, why would anyone desert now? So, why?
I came back for the wrong reasons.
Oh,
I'm
poor.
the wrong reason now. The belt is in your blood. We are your people.
And I love you. I always will.
But you're going back to them. Your inners.
I didn't understand what I was leaving.
Really?
I was being nostalgic.
Don't go too fast out there.
Well, that resolved quicker than I expected. I thought Naomi was going to stay with the behemoth.
Where the hell have you been?
Come on, gotta get to the crime scene. Gotta check out the clues.
No more crime stories. I want to know exactly what you know.
Oh. So you want to talk about the non-local quantum hologram? The phase conjugate adaptive waves resonating in microtubules in the brain, which of course require some close time-like curves and a Lorentzian manifold. You catch up. I'll wait.
So a crime scene.
Crime scene. You gotta go. Come on, to the station, to the nucleus.
I'm coming home.
Coming home. Wow. They need her to fix all of these problems they've got.
Rosie, do you copy?
They have no comms.
Guys, it's me.
No comms, no weapon control. Oh yeah, here we go. Awesome. Oh, I didn't expect it to end right there. I wanted visuals from inside the station. Yeah, so speed up, slow down, speed up, slow down. Miller's jabbering away. Miller's completely missing. It's interesting how they are building tension, building story, and bringing our people back together. I had said at the beginning that I thought it was interesting that Naomi had a spot on the behemoth because of one of the characters that's been pretty much completely missing from this show. But now she's gone and left and is headed back to the Rossi, and obviously they need her skill set because of the situation that they're in with the ship being locked down and broken and incapable. There's so much that happened in that episode. The documentary crew was obviously responsible. He confessed to having made the mods to the ship that caused these problems. But I don't remember them being shoved out the airlock. I don't remember that. I don't know that it happened that way. I was so seriously believing that Amos was just gonna space them, right? Like, not that he was trying to use them to send a message and send them out in their suits. I thought he was literally attempting to murder them, but I am glad that that was not the case. Amos can be a bit intense. I mean, always. He's a bit intense, and using Monica to try and get the other guy to talk, that was pretty cold-blooded. I have to admit, I wasn't ready for that. Other than the changes with Naomi, I feel like the events are progressing very, very much like I remember in the book, much more rapidly. I feel we spent a lot of time alone in the ring in the books, and that there was I completely forget how they solved their comms problem, but I'm assuming Naomi did it, because that makes sense. She was just there, so she just kept working away at it, basically, until she could finally figure out all of the problems. In the books, the film guy had opened up a light fixture in some room and had added a little piece of hardware into a light fixture and then closed it back up, and that was very difficult for them to find. Obviously things happen differently here in the show, and we actually removed the bits that we witnessed him add. We don't know if he did other things, but as a audience, we witnessed him make a certain modification, and we got that undone, basically. So the fact that whatever software malware virus that was inserted into the Rossi's computer system is hiding from them means that they need computer skills, and I think that's Naomi. It's got Naomi written all over it, so hopefully they'll be able to solve all of that once she arrives. But the ultimate solution to their problems is going to be found once Holden and Miller achieve landfall on that station. And that is going to be some very interesting things to witness. I hope we get to see those next week. There's definitely some significant differences to the way that things appear inside of here. And I don't know if they've modified the way that they are showing us what's here to later reveal something, or if they've just changed the functionality of this space, this liminal in-between space that the inside bubble of the ring represents. And Well, I guess it probably doesn't hurt to say how it feels smaller. It feels smaller in that I believe that they described that it would take them a very, very, very long time to actually make the full transit all the way across to hit another edge of this thing. So the amount of space that exists inside this bubble feels more confined than what they intimated in the books with the descriptions. The other thing that feels different is that rather than a single ring that they came through and then that is the only thing they could see, as soon as they entered this space, this gigantic volume of whatever space was completely ringed by other rings. I think they described it as 1,000 other rings spaced out all around this sphere. And I don't see any evidence of other rings. As we look around the full volume of this, the interior of this bubble, it's just this vague bluish globule type look. And the only ring that they've shown us is the one that everybody came through. So I don't know if the other rings will manifest later, or if they've just simply changed the way that this space operates. And perhaps that probe that went out the edge was just simply exiting to some other space. So definitely a different feel. I expected to come in and see this space dotted, just coated with well spaced out other rings. So yeah, a big difference there. What did you guys think was inside here when you first saw this show? If you weren't a book first viewer, what did you think was gonna be in here? Did you believe what everybody else was saying, that they expected things to come pouring out of this thing? I'm very interested because I don't remember, as I read the books the first time, I don't remember expecting something to come out. I remember expecting this to be access to a place, but as it turns out, it's access to a nowhere place with something in the middle that Jim Holden is now traveling to, and nothing else. Like, it's just a blank space that's somewhere else. But what did you expect it to be? I'm very curious, because this is a huge revelation that shift the perspective of science and travel and light speed and the size of the universe and all of these other things. I fully expect that they're gonna have to do some real work to express the scope of what we're about to come into awareness of, and I don't know how they're gonna do that. But I am very interested to see, because in the books they describe some of these things as visuals that are presented, and I wonder if those same visuals will somehow manage to present those to us as viewers. And I'm fascinated by how that could possibly be. Yeah, whew. It's interesting. This episode didn't go as far as I wanted it to. I wanted it to get further in, because the pacing of everything has been so immensely like fast forwarded. I expected we would get further, but it's like we hit that ring and then it was literally like a slowdown. Although at the exact same time, I also feel like it went much faster than the actual pace of how things have happened in the books. Yeah, it's a bizarre dichotomy, because it both went faster than I expected it to and slower than I expected it to at the same time. And I don't know how to reconcile those two things, because they are directly opposed. Oh boy. I guess I'm just gonna have to wait until next episode to see what we get. This was very, very good. Man, I really enjoy having Miller back. Did you guys like the idea that Miller came back, or did it scare you, or how did you feel about getting Miller back when we did? I expected it. I knew it was going to happen, and I know more about this relationship between Holden and Miller than they've shown us, because I've read ahead, so I know things that inform my view of this that viewers at this point wouldn't have. Interesting. All right, well, I'm gonna leave it right there. Thank you guys so much for all of the support, the likes and subscribing to the channel. That really helps. We appreciate it. And thank you guys so much. We'll see you in the next video.